Before you scroll past this video, I need you to stop right now and pay very close attention to what I am about to tell you. Because if you are a pensioner in the United Kingdom and you use a bus pass to get around, something is changing on the 2nd of March 2026 that could directly affect your freedom to travel. And I mean directly. We are not talking about a minor tweak buried in some government document that nobody reads. We are talking about rule changes that could impact when you can use your pass, where you can use it, and in some cases, whether you can use it at all. Thousands of pensioners across England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland are going to be caught completely off guard by this update. Do not be one of them. Stay with us until the very end of this video, because we are going to break down everything you need to know, step by step, in plain English, no jargon, no confusion. Hello everyone, and welcome back to UK State Pension with David. I am David, and this channel exists for one reason only, to make sure that every pensioner in the United Kingdom has access to clear, honest, and up-to-date information about the benefits, entitlements, and rule changes that affect your daily life. If you are new here, please subscribe right now and hit the notification bell, because every single week we publish videos that could save you money, protect your rights, and help you get every penny you are entitled to. Today we are covering a topic that has been flooding our comments section and inbox for weeks now. The bus pass update coming into effect on the 2nd of March 2026. This is important, this is urgent, and this is everything you need to know. Let us start from the beginning so everyone is on the same page. The free bus pass in the United Kingdom, officially known as the English National Concessionary Travel Scheme in England, is one of the most valued benefits available to older people. It gives eligible pensioners the right to travel for free on local buses across England. And similar schemes exist in Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, with their own specific rules and eligibilities. For millions of older people, this pass is not a luxury. It is a lifeline. It is how they get to the doctor, how they visit family, how they do their shopping, how they stay connected to their communities. Losing it or having it restricted even partially would have a real and serious impact on quality of life for a huge number of people. So what exactly is changing on the 2nd of March 2026? The update affects several key areas of the scheme, and it is important to understand each one clearly. The first and most significant change relates to the eligibility age. For some time now, the eligibility age for the free bus pass in England has been linked to the state pension age, which is currently 66 for both men and women. This linkage was introduced to ensure that as the pension age rises, the bus pass age rises with it. However, the March 2026 update brings with it a formal confirmation of how this linkage will operate going forward, and there are important implications for people who are approaching pension age and were planning to rely on their bus pass from a certain date. If you are currently 64 or 65 years old and you were expecting to receive your bus pass soon, you need to verify your exact eligibility date based on the current state pension age rules, because any confusion here could leave you without a valid pass and out of pocket on travel costs. The second change concerns the geographical limitations of the pass. The free bus pass has always had restrictions on when and where it can be used. In England, for example, the pass can only be used for free travel from 9:30 in the morning on weekdays and at any time on weekends and bank holidays. These time restrictions exist to avoid congestion on commuter services during peak hours. However, the March 2026 update introduces new clarity around cross-boundary travel, meaning journeys that take you from one local authority area into another. Previously, there were some gray areas around how different councils honored passes issued by neighboring authorities. The new rules formalize exactly how this works, and in some areas, the changes may actually limit where your pass is accepted. If you regularly travel across county or council boundaries for medical appointments, family visits, or any other reason, this is something you absolutely need to check with your local council before the 2nd of March. The third area of change is one that many people have not even considered, and it relates to the replacement and renewal process for lost or damaged passes. Under the updated rules, the process for replacing a lost bus pass is becoming more standardized across local authorities, but it is also becoming slightly more rigorous. Previously, some councils would replace a lost pass with minimal paperwork. Going forward, applicants may need to provide updated proof of age, proof of address, and in some cases attend in person at a council office or designated center. This sounds minor until you are the person who has lost their pass and needs it urgently to get to a hospital appointment. Knowing this in advance means you can take steps to protect your pass, keep it somewhere safe, and make sure your council has your most up-to-date contact details on file. Now, let us talk about Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, because the rules in these nations are different, and the updates affect them differently as well. In Wales, the concessionary travel scheme is slightly more generous than in England, with free travel available from a slightly earlier time on weekdays in some areas. The Welsh government has confirmed that the March 2026 update includes a review of these timing rules, and while no cuts have been officially announced, there is ongoing discussion about sustainability of the scheme that pensioners in Wales should monitor closely. In Scotland, the free bus travel scheme known as the National Entitlement Card is available from the age of 60, which is more generous than the English scheme. Scotland has confirmed that the age eligibility of 60 will be maintained for now, but there are ongoing budget pressures that have raised questions about the long-term future of this policy. If you are in Scotland, the good news is that for March 2026, your entitlement remains intact, but staying informed is still important. In Northern Ireland, the free bus and rail travel scheme operates differently again, covering not just buses but also trains for eligible passengers. The March 2026 update in Northern Ireland includes some administrative changes to how the scheme is managed and how passes are issued, with a move toward a more digital system that may require some older passengers to update their details online or through a designated helpline. Speaking of digital systems, this brings us to another important part of the March 2026 update that applies broadly across the United Kingdom. There is a push toward digitization of the concessionary travel pass in many areas. Some local authorities are beginning to pilot or roll out digital versions of the bus pass that can be stored on a smartphone rather than carried as a physical card. For many younger people, this sounds convenient, but for a significant number of older pensioners who do not own a smartphone or who are not comfortable with digital technology, this raises genuine concerns. The key message here is that physical cards are not being scrapped in March 2026. Councils are legally required to offer a physical pass to anyone who needs one. However, if your area is piloting a digital scheme, you may start to receive communications about it, and you should not feel pressured to switch if you are not comfortable doing so. Your right to a physical pass remains protected. There is also the matter of the pass for travel on other modes of transport. In some parts of England and Wales, local transport authorities have historically offered concessionary passes that cover not just buses, but also trams, local trains, and ferries. The March 2026 update includes a rationalization of these extended concessions, and in some areas, certain modes of transport may no longer be covered under the standard pass. If you live in an area with tram networks such as Manchester, Sheffield, Nottingham, or the West Midlands, or if you use ferry services that have previously been covered, you should contact your local transport authority directly to find out exactly what is and is not covered after the 2nd of March. One more thing that deserves attention is the interaction between the bus pass and other benefits. Some pensioners are not aware that the free bus pass is entirely separate from other benefits like the winter fuel payment, pension credit, or attendance allowance. Changes to one do not automatically affect the others. However, if you are not currently claiming pension credit and your income is below the threshold, you could be missing out on a benefit that not only gives you extra money each week, but also acts as a gateway to other entitlements. Claiming pension credit can unlock free dental treatment, help with NHS costs, and additional housing support, among other things. If you have never checked whether you are eligible for pension credit, please do it this week. The DWP estimates that billions of pounds in pension credit go unclaimed every year in the UK. That is money that belongs to pensioners who simply do not know they are entitled to it. And now we reach the end of today's video, and as always, I want to say something from the heart before we close. David here, and I started UK State Pension with David because I believe that every pensioner in this country deserves to know exactly what they are entitled to. You have worked hard, you have paid your taxes and your national insurance contributions, and you deserve to receive every benefit and entitlement that is rightfully yours without having to fight through confusing government websites or wait for a letter that may never arrive. The bus pass may seem like a small thing to some people, but for many of you watching it represents independence, dignity, and connection to the world around you. Protecting that matters. If this video helped you, please share it right now with someone you know who is over 65 or approaching pension age. You could genuinely make a real difference in their life just by sharing this video. Leave a comment below telling us where in the UK you are based and whether you have already heard about these changes from your local council. We read every single comment and we do our best to reply. Subscribe to UK State Pension with David. If you have not already done so, hit that notification bell and remember that we are here every week with information that is designed specifically to help you navigate this system with confidence. Until next time, take care of yourself and we will see you in the next video.